What's up, y'all? It's shout out to Big Bang Boom back with some more information. Uh, Peace to the ones that are enlightened and know who they are. Uh, Today, um, I want to talk a little bit about understanding self, understanding the spiritual, understanding the self, and understanding uh, what's going on around you. You have to understand that you create every segment of every situation that goes on around you. You create that. You know, every time you think of something, and then what you think of, it finally appears, it just happens, it's because you created that. Your life is designed and set up for you to be able to spiritually ascend within yourself. So this is why um, a lot of things in your life are the way they are, and why certain things go the way they go, because you design it. You have to realize that everything is not what it seems. Everything is not what you believe it to be. Everything is governed by a spirit, by energy, a vibration, a frequency. Everybody in this world has their own perceptions and their own views on life and the way they see it. That doesn't mean their perceptions and their views on life is true. It's just the way they see it. A lot of people claim to be spiritually aware or spiritually woke, but they still are tied into the third dimensional bullshit because of the way they still believe in shit. Then you got those that are aware to the spiritual reality and existence that is around them. But some may still get caught up into the third dimensional bullshit because they still trapped here, because they are in the physical flesh, right? Because you gotta understand also that we still are trapped in the physical body because we in this body, and we're not technically what you would call dead, even though death does not exist, but we still in this physical body. So our spirit is still in the physical flesh. So this is why we still consume and take in all the negative vibrations and all the negative things that are in this realm, because we are in the physical body. The spirit is in the physical body. Right? So spiritually, you have to understand and realize that everything that goes around on the planet is all a spiritual thing. It's all the energy. It's all the vibration. You just have to see it, understand it, and realize that it's all the energy. This is what you have to realize. Right? A lot of people, like I said, a lot of people tell you one thing, tell you that they spiritual, tell you they all this old shit, but at the same time, they ain't practicing the shit they preaching. People like that are not practicing that the shit that they preaching, them ain't nothing but, you know, false messengers. They want to be a part of the rise, but they don't want to do the work to really be involved in the rise of the people, right? Meaning really teaching people the truth and really exchanging the understanding and the information of where we come from and who we really are. See, a lot of motherfuckers just tell you, okay, take care of yourself, eat the vegan shit. A lot of motherfuckers just telling you that part, but they're not explaining to you who you really are or explaining who we really are as a people or where we really come from. They just are always giving you the little shit, the shit that really don't even matter that much. Because motherfuckers, like I said in my last video, motherfuckers out here be talking about, if you eat meat, then you vibing low. That's all your perception. If your perception of it is that if I eat it, it's going to be bad to me, then that's what it's going to be. Because I thought the same way. But till I realized it was my perception and that was me overthinking and thinking that just because I'm eating that, that's going to be bad for me, that's what it was. But as I got out my mindset and got out my own way of thinking, I started to realize that that's just what I was believing within myself. That's just what I was telling myself. It wasn't actually true. And this is what it is with a lot of people that call themselves spiritual. They telling themselves, okay, this is bad, okay, this is good. That's what you telling yourself. That don't mean it's true. Telling yourself something and then something being actually true is two different things. Just pay attention to the way you feel. That's all it is. If you feel like ain't nothing hurting you spiritually and you feel like you still conscious the way you need to be, then there's no need for you to even overthink it or judge it. Because it's just what it is. That's what it is. But a lot of people put their perceptions on things and think what they think about things is right, but the whole time, what they think of things and their perception of things is all wrong, is all false. You know, and they don't clearly understand it. You know what I mean? All right, so you have to understand it's all the energy. You have to read it, you have to see it, you have to learn and understand that all this is an experience. I'm just experiencing life through the physical body. I'm not the body, but my spirit is in this body, right? For me to learn and experience things from a physical form. So I have to learn and experience. I have to experience and learn. What is here for me to learn? What is for me to learn? What is for you to learn is life. You have to learn about people. You have to learn about things. You have to learn about who you are. Right? Like Rashad Jamal said, like Rod Hayes said, ask yourself, who am I? Rashad Jamal said, remember who you are. Rod Hayes said, ask yourself, who am I? Once you ask yourself who you are, this is where you can learn and understand about what you need to do for yourself so you can be more spiritually aware of yourself. Because the worst thing is being an endangerment to yourself, being a threat to yourself because you don't know yourself, right? As far as someone that knows themselves and know what they here to do. You know what I mean? And these days, you got a lot of people that don't know themselves, and they a threat to their own self because they don't know themselves, and they put themselves in their own danger. Because by now you not knowing yourself, it'll cause you to do a lot of things that are very dangerous because you don't know who you are. It could also cause you to do things that are very humiliating to yourself because you don't know who you is. That's why, like last year, you had a lot of people on the internet doing clown shit. You know, a lot of youngsters and a lot of motherfuckers doing clown shit just to get some attention, get some likes, get some subs, and all this old shit. That's because most of them don't know who they are. They just doing something just to get attention. But they don't really have a clue who they are, what their meaning is, and what their purpose is, right? So it causes them to do clown shit just to, get attention, just to be noticed by some people. You know what I mean? And that ain't the point you want to get to because being in that type of state of mind could be a danger to yourself. You know what I mean? Because you have to realize that whatever you feel that is not going to help you spiritually, don't do it. No matter what the people around you may say or what they may think or how they may feel, don't do it. If you don't feel like uh, what other people are telling you is meant for you, if you don't feel like that's meant for you and you don't want to do it, don't do it. If you don't feel like certain shit is meant for you, don't do it. If you want to do something else with your life and want to be something else, do it. Follow it. Because if you see a vision of it helping you spiritually and allowing you to express yourself, then it was meant for you. If you don't see it doing that for you and you don't see it taking you nowhere that's going to make you feel happy and good about yourself, then don't do it. That's just how it works. And this is what a lot of people don't get and a lot of people don't pay attention to. Because a lot of people don't really get the little things. Because a lot of people they claim they spiritual, but they still stuck in the bullshit. They still stuck in the 3D bullshit. They still tied to this shit. They haven't really got out of it. They tell you they out of it, but they ain't really got out of it completely. They still stuck in it. They still have certain ties to it. Right? And maybe they have ties to it and still can't get out of it, probably because there's some trauma. They probably have some trauma in them that's keeping them tied to it. So they can't really figure out a way to get out of it completely. So they just, you know, stay with the program, stay with the shit because they just can't get out of it. Right? But they tell themselves, they ego, they ego spiritual self that they out of it, but in all honesty, they still stuck into it. Cause then this is when you be seeing the people to be like, oh, well, nah, nobody never said being spiritual you had to be like this and be like that and be like that and be like this and woo woo woo. Woo. They try to make it like being with the bullshit still is a good thing, right? Because um, they heard from another motherfucker that being spiritual ain't got nothing to do with being perfect, and it don't. That's what people thought, but you ain't gotta be perfect to be spiritual because all the shit that you have done in your life is still connected to you. It ain't gonna never leave. But if you claim that you out of the matrix and you out of the system, you should be out of it completely. Don't tell people one thing and act like you are this whoop whoop, and then at the same time you still in the bullshit. You can't do that, cause then that makes you look hypocritical, right? And then that makes you look like you're not aware of what you're saying, aware of what you're doing, right? So, um, this is when you have to understand, um, in life spiritually of what you're doing and where you're trying to go, right? You have to understand that you govern everything that happens in your life. You are responsible for everything that happens in your life. Everything is an energy. Stop seeing it from a third dimensional standpoint or standard. See everything from a spiritual standard. Because when you see it from a spiritual standard, this is when you go see the truth in all things. It's when you see the truth. That's just the truth. You know, and this is just, what it is. And a lot of people um, don't realize these certain things and don't pay attention to it. But it's some things that we miss when we talk about that type of shit, you know, and this life shit. We take a lot of shit in this life shit too seriously, not realizing that it's just all energy. However you perceive it and what you take in from it is what it becomes. That's it. When you get to a point to where you feel like your life is going bad and feel like you're getting the worst of life, oh, that's a test. Just to see how you deal with it. Is you gonna run away from the problem, or is you gonna stick to it and learn how to adapt uh, uh, to being a better person than what you was before? Man. That's what it is. You know. But that being said, I'm about to go ahead and get off of here. This is Silent, the Big Bang Boom. Y'all be safe out here, and I'm gone. Peace.